Yep. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. You see the smile on my face, after a win, another win, against the team we just beat a couple of days ago. Double overtime. This was a great, I love watching this team play, man. I've been saying it all season. I love this team, and I'm loving them even more and more every time I watch them play, man. It was just a great game from beginning to end. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, but we got the win, So we're just going to get right into it, man. So we're going to start with the things I didn't like about the game. There's always going to be things I don't like, So let's just get those out the way, man. The number one thing I didn't like tonight was Jaylen Brown. For the Celtics, man, he was balling out, man. He was the reason why they were in the game throughout the game. From the beginning of the game to the end of the game, he was a consistent factor. He was hard to guard, hard to stop. He was getting to the paint, hitting. He was breaking down the defense, hitting J's on us, taking it to the hole. He was doing everything, man. So he's a great player, obviously. So it's hard to stop great players in the NBA, man. But I felt we could have done a little better job on him. Because he wasn't. I think because of the bad game that he had last time we played him and how we D'd him up, he came out with something to prove. So we're just gonna chalk it up to that, man. Hopefully next time we played him, we got a plan for him, because tonight he was doing too much and we definitely could have lost the game. But we didn't, so it's all good. What else I didn't like? All right. Al Horford, man. I didn't like the fact that he got so many blocks tonight. You know what I'm saying? He got so many blocks tonight, man. It was crazy. He's not known for being a shot blocker. So for him to do what he did against us tonight was very impressive on his part, but it wasn't a good look for us. I didn't like it at all, man. I was so surprised. I'm like, why is he throwing all our stuff, man? So, I got to give him props. He played a good game defensively. So, but I didn't like it at all. So that's another thing I didn't like. In the beginning of the second half, we were turning the ball over too much coming out of halftime, man. For a team throughout the season, we have been playing relatively good offense. Tonight, we played some stagnant offense. Like I said, we turned the ball over a lot, we didn't turn the ball over a lot overall throughout the game. It was more we turned the ball over during key points of the game. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, to be coming out at the third quarter, there was a few bad turnovers. But there were even more costly turnovers towards the end of the fourth and in overtime, man. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into that. I didn't like... I didn't like us not running the offense. You know what I mean? Especially in overtime in the fourth quarter. I felt like we did a lot of one-on-one. Too much one-on-one. Too much try to be the hero. Just some things that we were seeing last year that I thought were eliminated. But, again, it's the sixth game of the season. They're going to get better as the season goes on. But I felt that there were times where we didn't execute well, and we could have won. We didn't have to go to double overtime to win the game. You know what I'm saying? If we had some execution, played a little better defense, we could have won the game in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? But, we didn't play good offense, and that's part of the reason why we didn't close it out when we should have in the fourth quarter. So that leads to me saying I didn't like KCP. He had big turnovers at the end of the fourth quarter. He had some turnovers in the overtime periods as well that were big. You know what I mean? But he made up for it, and we're going to get into that too. But he had a lot of turnovers that were costly. Again, we didn't turn the ball over as a team a lot, but during key points of the game, we turned the ball over. So I definitely didn't like that. There were times in the game, Bertans, man, he looked like last year's Bertans throughout a good portion of today's game, just to keep it a buck. You know what I mean? He was just out there, but he wasn't doing nothing. He was missing shots, turning the ball over, fouling. just a waste of space, you know what I mean, throughout the game. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that, but he made up for it, and we're going to get into that too. He made up for it in overtime. So I'm not going to give him hell tonight, but he definitely needs to step his game up. He needs to get back in the gym because a lot of the threes that he was missing were threes that were wide open. It wasn't even the threes that I hate he takes. He took a couple, I think. He took a couple of forced threes that I hate those threes. But he missed threes that were within the offense, good shots that somebody getting paid the amount of money he's getting paid. 2 hit shots should hit, and he wasn't hitting those shots. He needed to step it up. I'm sorry, he needed to step it up. Back to the Celtics. They scored too many points in the paint tonight, and I get it. We were light in the center, you know what I mean? We only had Montrez, and he had foul trouble all night. We didn't have Gafford, and Bryant's still not back. So we know we're weak in the paint. We're kind of soft in the center, you know what I'm saying? Especially when Montrez is out the game. So again, I don't like the fact that we gave up so many points in the paint, but I do understand why it happened. And as we get more healthy throughout the season, those points in the paint by the opponent will not be as big as it was today. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that. Also, man, I just want to say, man, Denny Avdia, man, you know, I see he's getting better. He's getting better. He had key plays in the game. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I don't like what Denny needs to do better is he needs to go up stronger to the hole when he's at the lane, at the basket. He does too many layups instead of trying to dunk the ball and get the and one. You know what I'm saying? Again, man, I always say this in previous episodes. This is not Israel. You know what I mean? This is real, the best of the best. You know what I mean? You gotta draw a foul. They're not giving you nothing in there, man. So he needs to get some strength and just go up harder. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he plays overall. I like what he's doing, but he got to go up harder. You know what I mean? He definitely has to go up harder. Those are really the things I didn't like about the game. Again, the biggest thing I didn't like was our execution in the fourth quarter and overtime, and when we could have won the game earlier. You know what I'm saying? There was too much one-on-one. They weren't being as crisp offensively as they've been in earlier games this season. So I need them to get back to what they were doing in the first 5 games. You know what I mean? Running that offense, not doing that one-on-one stuff that we were seeing too much of last year. You know what I mean? But, you know, we got the win, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much. So let's talk about the things that I did like, man. And I liked a lot, man. So the first thing I want to talk about is throughout the game, our defensive intensity and our effort overall. We made some boneheaded plays here and there, man, but overall, man, what I'm really feeling about this team is the defensive effort that we're giving, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's easy. Nothing is easy. You know what I mean? So I definitely like the way that we're playing on defense. I want to give a shout out to Coach Unseld, man, because one thing I really like about Coach Unseld is how he calls the plays he calls after a timeout. They're very good plays, you know what I mean? It seems like we always get a good shot after a timeout, you know what I mean? So I got to give kudos to that because that was one of the things we would complain about last season and in previous seasons, the lack of plays coming out of a timeout. And that it's probably like when he went to the job interview, he probably watched every game of last season, took notes, and said to the people interviewing him, I'm going to call plays. I'm going to make them play defense. I'm going to stand up on the sideline and look like a coach. You know what I mean? He did the things that we've been asking for, man. So I just want to definitely shout out Coach Unseld, man, because he's making this team an exciting, very good team. And the reputation that he has for defense is definitely showing up with the Wizards, man. We are Wizards fans, you know what I mean? So defense and the Wizards is like an oxymoron until this season because they're D'ing up, man. So I got to give them credit for that. I liked, although, I didn't like KCP, some of the turnovers he had. He had big steals throughout the game. He plays defense. And that steal, the last shot that didn't go up because he stole it, it was just great D. And that's what KCP is known for. He's known for stealing the ball, man. Playing the passing lanes, just doing a lot of smart things on defense. He didn't score. He only scored 2 points, but he was definitely effective. He had a plus rating, a plus minus, a plus read on a plus minus on the court tonight, man. So he definitely played his role. That's what I like. I like players that just know their role and just play their role. You know what I mean? Not trying to do too much. And he never tries to do, well, he has occasionally, but for the most part, he stays within himself, and it looks good, man. So I definitely want to give him props for that. I definitely like Kyle Kuzma tonight, man. Kyle Kuzma was doing everything, man. He scored. He was getting assists. He had blocks. Career high 17 rebounds tonight. He was just everywhere, so active, you know what I mean? And his offense is only going to get better as the season goes on. But they showed a stat line of Kuzma tonight of the first 5 games that he played. And, there was games that I felt he didn't play too well. But then when you saw the stats, you realize every game he brings something to the table. Whether it's scoring, whether it's rebounds, or whether it's both. Tonight he had a double-double. He plays very well, man. Like, he brings something. You know what I'm saying? He's always bringing something. He's a big body, 6'10", and he's a very good player, very good pickup for us, man. So I'm definitely happy with what we've got from him so far this season, and I like what he did tonight as well. I liked our fast break. I like our effective fast break, man. We were effective on the fast break tonight. Got steals, played defense, and got the ball. Got fouls. Got to the line because of our fast break, man. So I definitely want us to keep that up. You know what I mean? We're not we don't have the fastest point guard. Like, Dinwiddie is not like the fastest point guard. But what we do have is good defense, good fundamental defense that causes turnovers. And causing turnovers can definitely lead to fast breaks, and that's what we're seeing with this team, and that's what we saw tonight. So that's definitely what I like. You know what I mean? I definitely like that. We got to the free throw line. You know what I mean? We didn't shoot it as well as we did against the Hawks the other night, but we still shot it at a good clip. Definitely better than some of the performances that we've had in the past. So I like that we're getting to the line. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And then overall, although again I mentioned it in the things that I just like, we had bad turnovers at key times throughout the game. But overall, I like the fact that we aren't turning the ball over as a team, yo. You know what I mean? That was something that we complained about last season, a lot of turnovers, and that is definitely getting calmed down, and that leads to the next thing that I like, which was Dinwiddie, just keeping the team calm, playing point guard, not doing too much, but anytime, Montrez and Beal was out of the game, there were times where we were shaky because we didn't have our 2 energy guys, our best player and our energy guy on the floor. But Dinwiddie did a good job of, making timely buckets, drawing timely fouls, you know what I mean? Making the right pass, getting rebounds, just being a great player, being a great pickup. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like Dinwiddie just calming the team down when we needed something. He just seemed to always come up with a key play when it was needed, man. And I'm just liking that, man. I'm just liking our team, man. I mean, we have a chance to win every night, man. This is unbelievable, you know what I mean? But I definitely like that. I also want to just say, man, I like Bradley Beal tonight, man. Although he didn't shoot the ball, he didn't have a good shooting percentage. He still scored, man. He still put up points. He especially in the fourth quarter, overtime, and key points when we needed him to score, the star of the team to score. He scored when we needed him to, man. You know what I mean? And then he played defense. And I think he's playing better defense this season because he has more players around him that he doesn't feel like he has to do everything. What I'm really feeling about Beal this season, man, is he's playing within himself. He's playing within the team concept, and he's finding his spots to score. You know what I mean? There was time tonight, when I mentioned earlier, where they were doing too much one-on-one, and he was a culprit in that. But overall, he has been playing much better team ball and finding his spots, making the right pass, getting the rebounds, and scoring when we need to score. And then when we know we need baskets, he knows that he's the one that has to score, and he's doing what he got to do. So I definitely like what I'm seeing from him. And then there was just the footwork, man. His footwork is just even better than it has been, and he's always had good footwork. But man, the spins to the basket, the way that he get the ball and make the quick move to the defense not even ready for him. You know what I mean? I'm just liking the way he's playing this season, man. He's playing very well, so I like that. And then, I got to give Bertans, although, like I said, he was a waste of space throughout the game. I definitely got to give him props for his defense at the end of the second overtime, man. He had key plays that helped us win the game. You know what I mean? So I can't all the way say we got the win. So maybe I could say that those key plays can make up for all the non-factor that he was throughout the earlier parts of the game. You know what I mean? Because those key plays were what helped us close the game out. You know what I mean? So since we got the win, I will say that little portion of time throughout the game that he had played good made up for the big portion of time he didn't do nothing. We got the win, man. We got the win. So I'm not going to kill him for it, but he got to do more. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely say that. Also, man, I liked the way coaching. Offense to defense at the end of the second quarter, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like that. Oh, my fault, man. I'm having technical difficulties, but we back on. Are we back on? What's going on? Oh, man. Oh, this is bad. Hold up. All right, are we back? Am I back? All right, man. I think we good, man. My fault, yo. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. They hating on us, man. I'm showing too much love. They trying to hate on the Wizards like they've been doing. But anyway, my fault for that, man. But yeah, so that's definitely, I like the offensive defense rotation that Coach displayed tonight during the stretch, down the stretch in the end of the second overtime, man. It was definitely good coaching. Again, something that we've been asking for the longest, man. We're just seeing great coaching. And then, last but definitely not least, man, Montrez, man. Montrez is so consistent, not just scoring, but just overall what he brings, the tangibles, the scoring, the rebounding, as well as the intangibles. You know what I mean? The energy that he brings to the team. I just like that, man. It's like he's a leader and he's not a key player. You know what I mean? It's not like they got to run plays for him per se. You know what I mean? But he makes an impact on the game, just being an intimidator and scoring and rebounding, blocking shots. He just does what we need. We need that type of player. And then also tonight, man, he showed a lot of some more offense. You know what I mean? Justin Kutcher was saying on the telecast tonight, he reminded him a little bit of Antoine Jameson with some of the moves that he was showing tonight, man. I was just impressed. I'm like, dang, man. Montrez is just feeling even more and more comfortable out here. Just, you know what I mean? Playing with his teammates and I just feel like they're loving the city, loving how we're embracing him, and he's embracing the city right back. You know what I'm saying? When I watch Montrez, you know what he reminds me of, man? Well, not even reminds me of, but what Montrez represents to me is if Washington, D.C. was, as a city, was a player. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just a hard-nosed, scrappy, not backing down from nothing type of attitude. It's what it feels to me he embodies what DC is, man. You know what I mean? So again, man, I really like him, man. I really like him. I really like what he brings to the team. And I really like the way him and Beal feed off of each other, and them feeding off of each other helps lead to the their energy goes throughout the team, man. You could just see it, man. You could just see it. He gets in the player's face, gives them, hypes them up when they're doing well, and then gets in their face to let them know when they're messing up. You know what I mean? We need a player like that, man. So I definitely like that, man. Yeah, those are everything I liked. And, the biggest thing I liked was the win. We got another win. We're 5-1. Can you believe 5-1? Top of the East, top 4 in the East right now. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep this up, man. I don't even want to say it yet, man, but we're looking 50. We look like we're going to cross that 50-game win mark. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like we're going to all of a sudden lose. We're going to lose games, of course. We're going to lose games. It's not like we're going to keep winning every single game. But just the fundamentals of this team, hard-nosed defense, effort, I don't feel like those things are going to go away. Because what I'm noticing about Coach is when a player's not doing anything, he will bench him. Bertans didn't play for a while after he was missing shots, not doing nothing. Coach didn't keep him in the game. He benched him. But when we needed him back in overtime, he got in the game and he made something happen, man. That's what a coach does. And as long as we have a coach that has a good pulse of the team and understands what buttons to push when they need to be pushed, I just don't feel like we're going to drop off as far as in the effort department. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're probably going to have stretches in the season where we're going to lose here and there. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to play our best basketball. But I feel like fundamentally, from this game to the 82nd game of the season and going into the playoffs, because we are going to be a playoff team, I'll put money on that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be a playoff team. We're going to have that same fundamental core, fundamentals of playing defense, playing hard-nosed basketball, and we're going to always give ourselves a chance to win. And we're only going to get healthier. That's what I'm excited about. Once we get Gafford back, we get Thomas Bryant back, we get Rui back, that's a full team. That's a front court. You know what I'm saying? Those are big-time players that can help us win. You know what I mean? So once we get them back, our roster is going to be even better, man. So I'm definitely optimistic about the future. I'm optimistic about what I'm seeing from this team, and I'm always excited to watch them, man. I have no frustration. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hyped. It just feels good watching a winner. You know what I'm saying? So that's about all I got for y'all, man. Again, we had a great game. We just got to keep it up, man. So I'm looking forward to the next game, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like what y'all saw tonight, man, I would definitely appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, The Wizards Review. You know what I'm saying? The QR code is right there, so you could you know what I mean, scan that, press the subscribe button on YouTube. You know what I mean? You could also find us on Facebook and Twitter, and also follow me, King Ade DMV. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as the Xbox Series S and X for all my NBA 2K22 heads out there, man. So just find me on that, you know what I mean? So again, we 5-1, feeling good. You know what I mean? Don't get too high, don't get too low. You know what I'm saying? But I like what's going on, man. I like what's going on, and they're only going to get better. This is just scratching the surface, like Bradley Beal said at the end-game interview. You know what I'm saying? We're just scratching the surface. They haven't even been together. They're only not even 10 games yet, and they're 5-1. This is a great team right now, man. So shout out to Coach Unseld. Shout out to Mr. Shepard. And shout out to Mr. Leonsis, man, for putting a great team, great product on the floor, man. DC deserves this. The DMV deserves this, man. So just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Anyway, man, hope I see y'all next episode, all right? Have a good night. Enjoy the weekend. You know what I mean? Enjoy the evening. Be safe. All right? Peace.